What up, YouTube? It's your boy Ranger, aka Black Ranger, and I'm coming at y'all with another Supervive video, and it is for the trailer for Arc 2 of Season. I was about to say Season 2, but Season 0. We ain't at Season 2, nowhere near even close to Season 2 yet. But with that being said, this was released a day ago, so I'm a little bit behind. But most of you that have been keeping up with everything, as you know, we have a new character called Eva, and we also have trios that's on the way. Plus a lot more. They updated the battle pass a little bit to give us more rewards. Turn down the volume a little bit because I don't know where that's gonna be like. I don't want that to be too loud for your ears. But with that being said, we're gonna hop right on into it, and I will go over the patch notes. Um, it's gonna be a quick little patch note, so I'm not going to try to dive into the science and the numbers that much. But yeah, just so y'all can have a quick overview of what's changing and what's staying the same or whatever. Anyway, let's hop on into it. Eva.
Who wants to play?
I do. Okay, dodging bullets. That's so nice.
Stay a while.
So I'm sure that's the ultimate.
Try not to stare.
Trios. Been waiting on that for a while. The rank split, fresh battle pass, some new skins. These are in the battle pass, I believe. Other than this, you have to buy this one. But if you ask me, worth the money for sure. It's a cool ghost skin. Some of the battle pass items, some of the new wisp.
All mine, isn't it?
And there we go. And that's pretty much the trailer. Pretty cool trailer. Showed off some quick things. As far as the new character, the battle pass, information about how trios has now replaced squads and duos, which in my opinion I'm excited about. They split the queues, so now you have unranked and actual ranked. So yeah, that should help out for those people that just want to have some chill games without all the sweats. And for those that want to deal with the sweats, now all y'all can be in one queue at one time. Pretty dope if you ask me. So we're gonna see how Arc 2 goes for Season 0. Hopefully y'all enjoy it. I plan on enjoying it. So without further ado, let's hop into these patch notes. Alright, so if y'all are still with me, here we have the patch notes. Alright. So supervised battle royale queues are moving to trios along a suite of ranked updates. Notes that this patch won't be live until April 2nd, which it is April 2nd now. That would have been 11 a.m. my time, which is Eastern time. Yada, yada, yada. Let's move forward, right? So, salutations, survivors. It's been a big day here in the Skylands, and we've got a new hunter, Eva, in trios and a rank reset along with a rank split, all of which promise to shake things up dramatic and delightful ways. There's been a lot of wild minds as we are building, sorry, I can't read. We're building toward a new Supervive 1.0, all of which I know you won't read, so please hear it from the executive producer, Jessica. Y'all saw that in my last video. If you haven't, go watch that. Of course, go watch this video as the official video. You want more information on that. So let's read about Eva real quick. Eva is a protector addition to the roster. Of course, the devilish healer. So Kiss of Death, which is a passive, executing or standing on enemy wisp, heal Eva and lowers her remaining cooldowns, which is pretty great. Corrupt Tether, which is your left mouse button. Hold on to an enemy to connect a beam that damages them. Hold on to an ally to heal them. This can be used to heal and move Eva's orb of Argos, which is her right mouse button. Speaking of that, orb of Argos, right mouse button, launch an abyssal orb that heals allies and damages enemies. Orb effect area grows based on its health. Orbs lose health to heal allies and gain health when damaging enemies. The orb can be healed with Eva's Corrupted Tether, which is great as well. So we have Sachet, which is the shift, which is the dash ultimately. Briefly ignores projectiles and gains decaying movement speed. Beckon, which is a Q. Fire out ethereal tendrils that drag enemies and orbs toward Eva while applying anti-heal. Y'all know anti-heal is very big. Gotta have anti-heal on someone. Sentinel's Embrace, which is her ultimate R, throw an abyssal oculus that binds all enemies in the area. If they leave the area before the oculus expires or is destroyed, they are stunned and damaged. Enemies can destroy the oculus. So that's her in a nutshell right there. So y'all saw the trailer. That makes sense of some of the moves that she was using. So pretty cool stuff there. Here we have some hunter missions. I guess these are her hunter missions right here. Y'all can look through those if you want to. Pause if you need to. Here we have the trailer, which is what we just watched. So here they talk about trios. Again, you can read this if you want to. We don't have to go into all of it, but I'll read this part at least. This isn't a decision we make lightly, but we think the games are just too important. Combat clarity goes way up when you take out 25% of the participants. Positioning matters much more when you have only 3 scouts. Your ability to solo outplay an opposing team feels more achievable when it's 75% easier. Right. So essentially, it was 4 players for the most part. Of course, that's a quarter of 100, making a whole. Y'all get the math. You know what I'm saying? I said it in my last video. So with that being said, I'm excited about trios, and I can't wait to see how these play out once I get into some games. Um, so just some quick things right here. I said areas. Arena will remain 4v4, so you guys don't have to worry about that. The BR lobbies will still be 12 teams, but they'll be made of 3. Um, You can now queue into trios as a solo or dual party with no field selected, giving you the option to queue up without the others joining, which is great, right? They did remove some of the gold armor, so now it's only 1, which gives us a total of 3 in the zone. I guess when it comes to the vault, early game circle reduced in size was just to be expected. They said they balanced some hunters, of course, due to everything being trios now. Queue times are supposedly going to be much faster, which I hope so. Ranked and unranked queues have been split. Now every lobby will have all ranked or all unranked players, which is great. All players have access to custom game mode where they can host event-only games of squads, trios, duos, or arena. That is amazing. We need things like that so that way people can, ultimately have their own tournaments and things like that, which I think is always great. So, pretty much just went into that. Let's see. It does say you need a minimum player start size of 8. Um, yes, do I plan on playing custom games personally? No, but if I'm ever invited to do something, I'll definitely play. Of course, why not? So now we have rank new season with the new art. We'll be doing a soft rank reset, meaning everyone gets squished down, and we get to see a new climb to the top in a trios world. Y'all know that was going to happen. Happens in every ranked game for the most part. There's always a seasonal reset. Of course, it gives you a reason to come back to the game, earn a new rewards, and so on and so forth. Y'all know. So, because we're consolidating queues, this rank reset will be based purely off your ranks, your squad's ranks. Sorry to the duo players, but again, to be expected. Everyone in Grandmaster Plus will be set to Diamond 1 with 10 RP. All other ranks will be reset 5 ranks. If you were Gold 2 as an example, you will now be Silver 3 with 10 RP. Rank leaderboards will also be reset. So here you have some of the rewards. I don't know if these are the upcoming rewards or this is what you were rewarded if you hit these ranks last arc. I'm a little bit confused on that part, but I'm pretty sure this information has already been found out for those that are, already playing. Because again, today is April 2nd. Let's see. Well, I don't know. Right here it says new rewards, new rank ladders have been added, and then it says new rank avatars for Art 2 have been added. So maybe you didn't get these for your placement last time. So let's see. You'll be rewarded a glider for your highest rank achieved in Art 1 by April 9th. So you will get a glider. Moving forward in Art 2, as you climb in rank, you will gain both the avatar and the glider for each tier. So that's nice to know. So that is nice to know that they at least went back and said, hey, for what you did in your in the first season of rank, we'll give that to you. We already went through the splitting of ranked and unranked. Now the rank restrictions, I'm a little bit confused on this. So, and this doesn't really even apply to me anyway. Well, it kind of does because I did reach master rank. We need to be a bit more restrictive at upper ranks in order to support trios. If we kept our previous restrictions to at Grandmaster, the top would be starved out of solo players and it would be hard to make matches. With these restrictions, we think matchmaking will be healthier at top ranks. So if you're Master Tier Plus, pre-made parties are limited to a maximum of 2. Grandmaster pre-made parties are limited to a maximum of 1. So I don't know why that confuses me because it makes me wonder, like, okay, where it says a maximum of 1, is that just yourself or does that mean one other player? And then if you're master, does that mean that I can play with 2 other people or just me and one other person? like I said, that's confusing me, so I'm sorry. But maybe y'all know what that means. So the placement scoring has been adjusted. So, as you can see, you get more points actually in certain tiers based on where you rank. So that's always good. Um, the performance score. Now this is interesting. This is interesting. I'm just going to read this part. So each team is worth 12 RP, which is divided among their deaths. The point distribution for kills on the team is weighted. The kills closer to elimination being worth more points. Wait, yeah, the kills closer to elimination being worth more points, there is no longer a bonus for team eliminations. If you want some deep math, each subsequent kill is worth a multiple of how much the first kill is worth. So the second kill is worth twice as much, and the third kill is worth 3 times as much, etc. Each team's worth adds exactly 12. Adds to exactly 12. So to calculate how much each kill is worth on the team, you'll need to sum deaths. For example, if a team died 10 times and 1 through 10, add 1 through 10 equals 55. Now normalize that sum to make the addition of the kills be worth 12. Multiply everything by 12 divided by 55. So the first kill is worth, but it's too much math. I ain't even gonna lie to you. My brain is like, what the? Anyway, more on the system. All kills earn points to incentivize and maintain healthy combat engagement. Kills that occur later in the match are worth more points than early kills, as these are often more strategically important. Teams that die frequently are worth fewer points. This creates a soft kill variation system. Higher skilled teams will die less frequently, making a kill against them worth more points. You'll only receive credit for kills on your team on the teams you outlast. Huh. Okay. Interesting. So automatic spawns are often ranked pretty much self-explanatory. No more resurrection. If you die early, you die early. They'll have to raise you another way, right? Um. So knock EXP reductions. While we generally want to incentivize PvP, knocking lower level players is too rewarding, resulting in level advantages and everything else, feeling overly snowbally. So we're reducing that. Okay, knock slash assist on players lower level than you give less XP than before. Also, if you didn't know, knocking an enemy always gave experience relative to your level rather than a flat experience amount. Experience gained from knocking an enemy player one level below you has been decreased from 37.5% to 33% slash 16.5% of current level. XP gained from knocking a player 2 or more levels below you has been decreased from 37.5% down to 20 slash 10%. I'm not going to be mad at that. You know, that's, I think that makes a lot of sense, to be honest. I think that really does make a lot of sense. So pretty much the biome bosses, they drop gold now. Um, wait, they drop gold to powers. So they are dropping gold and powers. Oh wait, no. I think they drop powers now because there are some mobs where I noticed, like I said, you wipe the map, right? They spawn up, and I usually see the gold icon. But I swear there've been some that had items icons too. But maybe I'm thinking about something else. But anyway, let's move forward. We have the mobility, the wind rings. So pretty much this is so people just don't yeet across the wind rings anymore. So again, just reading this, you must have your glider out to get the full benefit from wind rings. Non-glider momentum gain from wind rings has been reduced by 10%. Like I said, they're just trying to stop people from just flying instantly as fast as possible by taking these wind rings. Just again having to be a little bit more methodical and not just being yeeted through rings to escape. And just using your glider, perfecting your glider use as well. Let's see here. So we know a few hunters have been changed. She or Shiv, however most people pronounce it, she's been changed. They clearly said she was the number one in the trios world, yada yada yada, and they just explain, here why they made some of her changes. So, pretty much she got nerfed. I mean, there's really no way, no other way to say it. I mean, she literally just got nerfed. Oath got nerfed. His shield because there's not as many enemy players on the team now. There's no need for his shield to stay so strong. And the only thing with the Luna is that pretty much if let's see, no longer disappears if attached to a stun ally will disappear if attached to a Luna and she is stunned. So this is pretty much her heal. So if her enemy, I mean, if her teammates get stunned while she's healing, then it stops. If she gets stunned while she's healing with it, then it doesn't get stopped if it's healing one of her teammates, but it does stop if it's healing her. In my mind, that makes sense because technically, if she's healing her teammates, then that has nothing to do with her ability stopping because she's literally the healer, right? Versus her healing herself. Well, if she stopped, technically, she at that point is not being able to heal, so that's why it is done. Now what's interesting is, you would think that if it was healing her teammate and she still got stunned, it would also stop the ally, but I don't know. That may be me looking too deep into it. Now, one of the biggest things for me was wondering what they were going to do with meditation boots. As you see, they changed these to glide boots. Pretty much, it gives an extra 20% of glide fuel. We'll have to see how that goes. I don't know if that's really that. I don't know if that's really that important. You know what I mean? Because everybody's so used to not even. I'm sure there's going to be moments in time where this is going to be useful. Don't get me wrong, right? But realistically, because of how the game has been played for so long, unless they have some changes coming that we don't know about, yeah, that's gonna be a little. I don't know. Doesn't seem like it's going to be that helpful. So here they had made some changes to Hunter unlocking, which really doesn't relate to me because I pretty much have the I believe it's part of the Founders Edition where I get all the hunters no matter what, right? So anyway, for those that this does matter to, you can now bank up to two hunter tokens. If you exceed 200 tokens, you'll be forced to unlock a hunter. If you exceed the limit, you will also automatically claim hunter unlock levels. You can unlock hunters on the hunter preview screen. All right. Now getting close to the end here, we have the rotating store that is now gone. So, long story short, the rotating store is not coming back. The fixed and open store will remain. You may need to do more. We may need to do more UI improvements in the future. I'm happy about this because I said this in my last video. If I want to buy something, I just want to buy something. I don't feel like waiting around for it to pop up, and it may take 30 days before it decides to pop up. Not saying their game was made like this, but just to give you an example, that's why I feel personally like, hey, if a person wants to spend their money, let them spend their money. They're gonna get it regardless if they want it, So just let them do it. And then last but not least, we have the better battle pass. These are some of the items that you get in the battle pass. I personally like this myth skin. There were some people that said they weren't a fan of it. I don't know, but I personally like it. Of course, you have the Joel or Jewel, I think she pronounced Joel skin. I think that's pretty cool. Let's see. So we have some new seasonal missions. Hopefully people have fun with that. And then quality of life, they fix some Ceros bugs. Void swap now works on projectiles. Remove one hip option from the pinwheel. You can now use the claim all button to work correctly. And then there was a bug apparently in the menus and hero select, flashing a hunter mastery emote with flash your currently selected hunter's mastery level rather than your equipped hunter's mastery emote. So all minimal little quality of life things that weren't really impacting the game too much, but it's always great when they go ahead and get things like that fixed. So that's pretty much it. Hopefully that was a quick rundown because like I said, I wasn't trying to be too detailed. Just want to go ahead and get these things in here for those that wanted to have somewhat of a little breakdown of the changes that are going on. And yeah, this sounds like this is going to be a great arc. Like I said, Art 2 Season 0. Hopefully I see y'all in the Skylands. And hopefully y'all enjoy the new character. I'm really excited to see and happy to see the game progress um, as time goes by. And yeah, so until next time, it was your boy Ranger, aka Black Ranger, and I will see y'all in the next video. Peace.